For staying with us this midday. One of the fastest growing financial crimes is synthetic identity fraud. If you haven't heard of it, experts are actually calling it Frankenstein fraud because it involves combining personal information stolen from a real person with fake information to create a brand new identity that criminals will use. Randy Hutchinson from the Better Business Bureau is joining us now to tell us more about this. Hey, Randy, how are you?
Good.
Thank you for being here. So, Randy, can you tell us how synthetic identity fraud works? I know I hadn't heard of it. I'm sure a lot of people at home haven't either.
Well, the crooks start with a social security number stolen from someone with little to no existing credit. Most valuable numbers are those of very young children, but they may also steal the social security numbers of the elderly, recent immigrants, homeless people, even prisoners. Then they add other personal information, some of which may be true, but much of which will just be completely bogus, completely made up. They may take months to years to build up the fake profile to the point that they can get approved for credit cards or other loans, may get declined the first time they apply for credit in the bogus identity. But eventually a credit file is now created, and some lender will approve an account based on what appears to be a thin but clean credit record. Then the scheme picks up steam. Then the crooks open more and more accounts. And eventually, when they think they've opened as many as they're going to get, they max out and disappear in a process called as busting out. In addition to opening fraudulent accounts, they may use a bogus identity to apply for unemployment or other government benefits, obtain employment, file fake tax returns, commit criminal acts. One estimate is that financial institutions lost $20 billion to synthetic identity fraud in 2020. That number has surely gone up in the last 3 years.
That is such a large amount of money. So what is your advice for preventing our own information from being used like this?
This is a little harder one because, again, they may not even be using your name and they'll be using your social security number. But here's some tips that are really good to protect you from any kind of identity theft. Do your best to protect your social security number and other financial information, personal information. Monitor your credit reports for free through annualcreditreport.com. Consider freezing your credit records to prevent fraudulent accounts being opened in your name using some of your information. Be careful what you share on social media. Use strong, unique passwords and enable multi-factor authentication wherever it's offered. And be alert to unusual mail, phone calls for you or your kids that may indicate that your information has been compromised.
Yeah, those extra steps may seem like a lot now in protecting yourself, but will certainly help if you ever end up in a situation like that or to prevent you from one of those. Randy, thank you so much for joining us. As always, great advice.
All right, thanks.
All right.